Is Need for Speed 2015 better than Need for Speed Heat? That one, my friends, that's quite a difficult question. This bridge, I think it's probably the most famous bridge on the bloody game, but welcome back. Wow. It's weird to be back on 2015. Every single time I come back to this game, I do have to relearn the handling and everything. But today's video topic is this game better than Need for Speed Heat? And just a quick side note, this game, as of right now, well, as of towards the end of this year, will be 5 years old from release. So, of course, in development terms, it's about 7 years old, which is just insane to think about. So I wanted to come back and celebrate its almost 5 years. This will be its 5th year, so we're talking about how it kind of holds up today, obviously. So, of course, there's always going to be people that will disagree with my opinions, and that's, of course, that's completely fine. But you can also agree, and we can agree to disagree, and all that kind of business. But anyway, let's talk about it. Now, first things, I just want to say that I don't have Call of Duty syndrome. Theo, what is Call of Duty syndrome? It's the name I like to give the idea that people have when they play Call of Duty. You may notice it, okay? When they play Call of Duty, when they play Battlefield, when they play Call of Duty. Let's stick with it and keep it simple. When it comes to the new game coming out, the hype builds up and up. Everyone's going crazy. I'm excited. Call of Duty looks like the best one yet. It comes out. Actually, no. The last one was better. The cycle then repeats. So, no. I don't have that because I don't buy Call of Duty. Is why I stopped it, because once you buy one of them, it's all pretty similar. Yes, that's an argument you can have with racing games, but I feel like that it's more fitting to me, of course. There's nothing wrong with it. Some people like it. Whatever. That's not the point. Now, obvious the things to dive into. And so what this game does worse than Need for Speed Heat. It's pretty aggressive list. The handling is so much better on Need for Speed Heat. The car list is better. The story, in my opinion, is much better, more in-depth. Performance customization is definitely one of those that's better on Need for Speed Heat, massively. Engine swaps and the like. Handling customization, of course. We're now able to adjust the handling to actually make it so you can properly grip a car. And finally on my list is the cops, because the cops, finally, they're actually pretty... I say they're pretty good in the last game in Need for Speed Payback, but of course they weren't in free roam. So that made them better. So an obvious one to me about why Need for Speed 2015, or the obvious few as to why Need for Speed 2015 is better than Need for Speed Heat. The list is much shorter, I must say. Oh god, how long was that pursuit? About a millisecond, if that. The music on 2015 absolutely bangs to this day. I cannot get enough. I actually have been using it to work out recently. The atmosphere in 2015 definitely has my pick. The feel of the world just feels great. Of course, it is limited to night. One of the other ones, the tuner Focus. We're in the Supra. We have the Supra, but the tuner car Focus. Of course, this game, my argument here, they already had a lot of tuners added into 2015. And of course, on Payback and Need for Speed Heat, they wanted to add on the supercars because there's a lot of people missing out on the supercars. They gave us what we wanted. So I'm like, they've got to, you know, trickle in some of the supercars. Now we've got plenty of them, so hopefully in the next game we get a bit more tuners, you know what I'm saying? But it came to me the other day, and I was pumping some iron. I was thinking, and my hair is just not having a good day. It came to me, and I thought as to why, overall, I think this game will forever be one of my top Need for Speeds, in my top 5 forever. Nothing will push it out. It will be pushed out after Most Wanted. Maybe that's a lie. Maybe that's a lie. I'm a realistic person. It was the hype. Just think about it. We were told that Need for Speed was taking a year break and they were cooking something, a reboot for us, which just sounded so exciting. The E3 reveal, the hype, the excitement of it all coming together. We are doing what you want. Tuner cars, tuner cars, tuner cars. And of course, the update support was insane. I've never seen anything like it for a Need for Speed game. It just kept coming and coming. This game was a love song to us, to the people that have been begging, praying for Underground for so long. Underneath the surface of this game is a very basic game. I'm gonna be real with you. Very basic. But that's all we needed to be happy. Of course, there are a few things I would love to change. And of course, there's things that people are going to tell me in the comments. Oh, you can mod this, you can mod that. At the time, 2015 came out. It was at the peak of... We were begging for this game. We had been begging for this game for the longest time. they missed so many chances, so many opportunities. In the bin was Need for Speed The Run, which was the closest to the old Black Box era games. Please tell me. Thank the Lord that checkpoint wasn't missed. The game needed to come out. The game needed to happen. And it did. And the fact it did, to me, shocks me still to the core. I do not miss the crash cameras either. If you looked at 2015's car community on YouTube, you would have seen Need for Speed 2015 was like, holy crap, they're actually doing it. They're doing an underground. They're doing it again. I don't care what you say. Of course, we can say Carbon's Underground 3, but in reality, the closest actual Underground 3 is this game right here. This is Underground 3. And it's hopefully not the last time we'll see this. I think it's been made pretty clear to Criterion and everyone of the like that this is our baby. This is what we love. And the only thing I wanted to point out is that the reason it was so big, so huge, is the hype around everything, and ultimately because it was finally a love song or fan service to us Need for Speed fans. They had Ken Block in it. Ken Block. He's expensive. He's very expensive, I imagine. But the kids would have loved that. Ken Block. Wow, amazing. Everybody else, of course, a bit older. You would like everyone else. Like Nakai-san. And of course, people are going to tell me, you know, handling mod this, handling mod that. Cop mod this, cop mod that. In the bin you go, sire. Because no matter how much we try with this game, it's always going to be better to just play Need for Speed Heat. Need for Speed Heat, in most ways, to me, is a better game. But in terms of, like, the ultimate experience, the overall experience, the fact that the hype included, I would go for this again. Now, question being, can they do it again? Can they excite us? Can they hype us? Definitely. 100%. If they showed us that, yep, we know what you want. We're doing it properly. We're fixing all the issues we had with the last game, which, to be fair, was very little compared to this game and Payback. We don't talk about Payback. Can you imagine if this game had engine swaps, drivetrain swaps from Forza, better handling tuning, better actual driving and the like? Because, honestly, I'm actually surprised I'm doing pretty well to the handling. Considering that I've just come back to this game, normally, when I come back and make these videos in 2015... that's not fair. You just spawned right in front of me. I'm going. I do miss it. I do miss it a lot. I think I want to come back and start doing some more stuff. I feel like I want to play around with some modding of some cars on Need for Speed 2015, because that is something we can do as well. I imagine it's just as easy as ever. So I'm tempted. I'm really, really tempted. And of course, we got the Soup de la Soup, which I do miss. It's actually kind of weird coming back to this and driving this car, because I didn't think I missed it that much, but I do. I guess that leaves us with the final question for my viewers. Ladies and gents, of the last 3, 4, the last 6 Need for Speed games, what's your go-to? It's always going to be Heat for me because the gameplay is so much better than this, but look at this, man. It just looks and sounds and feels alive. I mean, not alive because there's no traffic, but it's nighttime. It's an excuse. It's not a limitation. It's a theme. Now that I've had time to digest exactly what's happened with Criterion Games, for those of you that are living under a massive rock, Criterion Games has taken over the franchise for the foreseeable. And I was initially quite worried, I would say, but I've kind of calmed myself a little bit. Realistically, this new studio is mostly now going to be a new set of stuff. It's not the Criterion of old. Still causes a little bit of doubt in my mind, but whatever. Optimism. We had Ghost. Ghost was a new form studio, and they did great. We'll see how this goes. But pretty much, I'm very, very much looking forward to it, and I don't know if this is going to come into fruition. There's one thing that I've been particularly keeping my eye on, like, trying to wonder almost if it's going to have a massive effect on future racing games, not just Need for Speed. Call of Duty. You're like, why is he speaking about COD all this video? Call of Duty recently won a court case against GM, General Motors. because they had Humvees in the game and they were not paying a license fee. So normally it works, the developers pay a license fee to the manufacturers to have the cars in the game, and they get paid quite a bit, generally. And that's why the Supra is not in the game, and the like. But Call of Duty won in court with Activision won against General Motors, because games are art, and that means that in reality, if EA wants to try and push their luck, realistically it's been done now, they could possibly add in any other racing game whatever cars they want forever and not have to pay any fees. I'm doing so bad. I was doing so well earlier on, but this is exciting news. I'm considering making a whole thing on it, doing some more research on it to just try and 100% figure out if this is realistically going to change the game for us, because if so, cars, there's no excuses past that point. If this becomes a reality, there is no excuse. But who wants to test the lawyers of car manufacturers? We'll have to wait and see on that one. Here's the final. Pretty poo race, didn't do great, but I'll take it. Not bad for my first time back, you know? If I could blend together Heat and this, and they made a baby, I'd be pretty happy. Alright, thanks so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll be back on 2015, probably quite a bit. I say quite a bit, at least a few. Peace.